Ohio, often celebrated as a land of innovation, has given birth to some of history's most remarkable pioneers. From the Wright brothers, two siblings from Dayton who revolutionized aviation, to Thomas Edison, whose invention of the light bulb forever changed the world, Ohio's contributions to progress and innovation are undeniable. Beyond its historical figures, the state boasts breathtaking natural landscapes, such as the shores of Lake Erie and the picturesque valleys of Cuyahoga Valley National Park. These beautiful features add to the allure of Ohio, also known as the Buckeye State. However, despite its rich history and stunning scenery, Ohio harbors a darker side that often remains hidden from the rest of the world. Curious about what lies beneath the surface? We've dug deep into various sources to reveal the lesser-known realities of Ohio, uncovering the stories that rarely make the headlines. Once a symbol of prosperity in the early 20th century, East Cleveland now lies in ruins, plagued by relentless violence and decay. What was once a thriving city has undergone a tragic transformation, becoming one of the most dangerous places in the U.S. Crime, corruption, and deterioration have shattered the dreams of its residents, leaving the city a shadow of its former self. We begin with a heartbreaking story. Brianna Nicole Fluitt, a 17-year-old girl, was brutally murdered in East Cleveland. She was shot, and her body was discovered near abandoned buildings that dot the crumbling landscape of the city. Sadly, Brianna's death is not an isolated incident. In the spring of 2022, the city also mourned the losses of Natalie Perez and Jessica Coleman, who were also killed under similarly tragic circumstances. The cycle of violence continued with the discovery of Alicia Pointer's body in the basement of a burned-out house, another reminder of the grief that families in East Cleveland must endure. With a murder rate of 33.32 incidents per 1,000 residents, East Cleveland has become synonymous with danger. But street crime is only part of the city's problems. Corruption runs deep within East Cleveland's police department, the very institution tasked with maintaining order and protecting the public. Instead of upholding the law, many officers have been found exploiting their positions of power. In one of the most egregious examples, police officers were caught stealing thousands of dollars from suspected drug dealers, conducting false arrests, and even using excessive force against citizens. This systemic corruption only deepens the sense of injustice felt by the city's residents. Adding to the turmoil is the decaying infrastructure that defines East Cleveland today. Take, for instance, the once proud Huron Place Apartments, a complex that symbolized success in the past, but now stands abandoned. These neglected buildings serve as breeding grounds for criminal activity, further entrenching the city's downfall. Like many other states across the United States, Ohio is grappling with a growing homelessness crisis. In recent years, the number of people experiencing homelessness in Ohio has surged significantly. Between 2022 and 2023 alone, the homeless population in the state rose by approximately 7%, according to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. This sharp increase highlights the urgent need for attention to the underlying causes of homelessness in the Buckeye State. So what's driving this spike in homelessness across Ohio? The answer is complex, as the reasons for homelessness are often a combination of many factors. However, one of the primary contributors to this rise is the affordable housing crisis. Amy Reigel, the executive director of the Coalition on Homelessness and Housing in Ohio, emphasized that the state faces a severe shortage of affordable housing, with an estimated need for an additional 270,000 affordable housing units to meet current demand. This housing shortage has been exacerbated by the expiration of temporary housing assistance programs introduced during the pandemic. Policies like eviction moratoriums and rental assistance programs, which were lifelines for many during the height of COVID-19, have since ended. The termination of these supports left many families vulnerable to eviction and housing insecurity, just as rental prices began to climb. Adding to the problem, Rent prices for affordable housing have been steadily increasing. For example, from 2021 to 2023, the cost of renting a two-bedroom apartment in Ohio jumped by 18%. This rise in rent, coupled with the lack of affordable housing options, has forced many Ohioans into homelessness or precarious living situations. While Ohio is often associated with social and political challenges, there is another layer of darkness to the state, one steeped in the supernatural. Perhaps the most infamous example is a place known as Helltown, a mysterious and eerie region nestled in the heavily wooded valley of Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Helltown's story begins in 1974, when the U.S. government, through the National Park Service, ordered the residents of this small village to sell their homes. The abrupt move shocked the locals, who were forced to vacate their properties to make way for the expansion of parklands. While some residents resisted the orders, others reluctantly left behind the homes they had lived in for generations. This led to the area becoming a ghost town, with abandoned houses standing as silent, eerie remnants of a once thriving community. But what truly cemented Helltown's reputation was the myths and legends that soon followed. Among the most famous tales is that of the Ghost School Bus, a dilapidated vehicle supposedly haunted by the spirits of children who died in a tragic accident. The old, abandoned church in the area has been dubbed the Church of Satan, with rumors of occult rituals taking place there. Some even claim to have seen bizarre creatures, including giant snakes and half-human monsters, supposedly the result of secret government genetic experiments conducted underground. While many of these legends are likely exaggerated or the result of overactive imaginations, Helltown remains a place shrouded in mystery. Its haunting aura draws thrill-seekers and paranormal investigators from all over, each hoping to catch a glimpse of the supernatural that supposedly lingers in its shadowy woods. Ohio's dark side is not limited to supernatural myths. Real-life events have also added to its infamy. One such tragedy occurred in 2011 in the town of Zanesville, when a man named Terry Thompson, a former convict with a passion for exotic animals, unleashed chaos on the community by releasing 50 wild creatures into the surrounding area. Thompson had been keeping a collection of animals, including lions, Bengal tigers, bears, and wolves, on his property. Following his release from prison, he set the animals free before taking his own life. Panic spread quickly, and soon, local authorities were flooded with emergency calls from terrified residents reporting sightings of dangerous animals roaming near their homes. The local police, in a desperate bid to protect the community, were forced to take immediate action. Within hours, 49 of the 50 animals were shot and killed by law enforcement, including 18 rare Bengal tigers. The decision to euthanize the animals, while deemed necessary for public safety, sparked widespread outrage and sorrow, as it highlighted the tragic intersection of human error and animal suffering. The Zanesville incident not only shed light on the lax regulations regarding the ownership of exotic animals in Ohio at the time, but it also left a lasting scar on the state's history. The event led to a major overhaul of laws concerning the possession of wild animals, aiming to prevent such a tragedy from happening again. For those unfamiliar, Ohio is home to a variety of wildlife that can pose serious threats to humans. One of the most notorious creatures is the snapping turtle, which can be found in rivers, lakes, and swamps across the state. These turtles can live up to 40 years and are equipped with incredibly powerful jaws. With a bite force estimated at around 1,000 pounds, they are capable of crushing human bones. Their aggressive nature, combined with this strength, makes them a real danger if threatened or handled improperly. Another hazardous animal in Ohio is the white-tailed deer. While these deer may seem harmless, they are responsible for a significant number of traffic accidents. From 2018 to 2022, approximately 100,000 car crashes were caused by deer collisions, with about 30 of those incidents resulting in human fatalities. Particularly during mating season, when deer are more active, they often dart across highways, leading to unexpected and sometimes deadly accidents. Ohio is also home to dangerous spiders and snakes. The infamous black widow spider, one of the most venomous arachnids in North America, can be found throughout the state. Though bites are rare, their venom can cause serious health complications. Additionally, Ohio is home to several venomous snake species, including the eastern Massasauga rattlesnake, northern copperhead, and timber rattlesnake. These snakes, while often shy and avoiding human interaction, can deliver a dangerous bite if provoked. Beyond the wildlife, Ohio's weather patterns are notoriously unpredictable. On any given day, you might experience warm, sunny skies with temperatures hovering around 70 degrees Fahrenheit, only to wake up the next day to an unexpected cold front bringing freezing winds. This inconsistency is a hallmark of the state's climate, especially during transitional seasons like spring and fall. The state, known as the Buckeye State, experiences dramatic shifts in weather, particularly during the spring. One day might feel like the early stirrings of summer, only for a sudden cold snap to sweep through the next, forcing residents to switch back to their winter wardrobes. This constant fluctuation can be frustrating for locals and visitors alike, making it hard to plan for outdoor activities. Ohio's unpredictable weather also impacts its infrastructure. The constant cycle of freezing and thawing causes significant wear and tear on roads, leading to potholes and road damage that require year-round maintenance. The state's highways often become a patchwork of ongoing construction projects aimed at keeping up with the relentless damage caused by fluctuating temperatures. Despite the many challenges, from dangerous wildlife to erratic weather, Ohio remains a place where many choose to call home. For some, the state's dark sides, including crime, unpredictable weather, and environmental dangers, might be enough to deter them from settling down. Yet for others, Ohio's rich history, natural beauty, and vibrant communities outweigh these concerns. Ohio may have its share of problems, but for those who live here, it is still a place of comfort and familiarity, a home where they find their own sense of stability amidst the unpredictability.